Hi everybody, let's make a page together. This is going to be my Project Life 2023 week 31 page process video. So like normal, I have already edited my photos in the iPhone Photos app and favorited them, and in this particular week I am going through and I was just excited about the August cards and papers, so I am adding the cards first into a few of these pockets, digital pockets, and seeing which cards I might want to start off with. I really actually liked that 4x6 card in a 3x4 slot. However, I did end up using it in a 4x6 pocket. This was a special week for Adam and I because we were celebrating 20 years of dating, and actually got to go on a tiny little mini date as a spur of the moment type of thing. So I am just going through and picking out the journaling cards that I'm wanting to use, and that is from the story kit, I believe, from this month. And Wesley is now sitting with a seatbelt, which, oh my goodness, that has totally changed, total game changer for us. So I don't have to buckle anybody into a car seat anymore, which is new and different and exciting. And also exciting, Brecken got a hamster, which is her first pet. So she really debated what she was going to name this poor guy. It was a really big struggle, but I think she finally decided that she was going to name him Smokey. So, and then last days of summer before school starts and swimming in the pool. And Wesley is jumping off the diving board there. So this is pretty much where I am going to end up with these are the cards I'm going to be using and the photos that I'm going to use, and I'm going to pop on over into the Collect app and see if there's anything that I can use from there. This is also a great way for me to remind myself of what even happened this week, especially when I'm going back and scrapbooking. I'm recording this at a later date, but I think I scrapbooked this pretty shortly after it happened. So I don't worry about that low resolution warning. I have never had a picture that looked okay in the Project Life app turn out fuzzy when I printed it. If it looks bad in the Project Life app and you get the low resolution warning, sometimes it's a photo that I still want to add, because even the blurry, the bad quote unquote photos tell a story. So I will go ahead and include those if I think that they're important, or if I just love the photo even though it's not the most perfect photo. So I was trying to think, what am I going to journal about? And sometimes when I just can't think of things that I want to journal about, I will just put in these sentiment cards that already have a saying on them. But as I was looking at my pictures, I thought, oh yes, I do have multiple stories that I want to tell about this week. So I'm just going to rearrange a few things in here, and then we are going to go over into the wordswag app, which you guys all know is my favorite app. I love this app. I love fonts, and I love how this just does it effortlessly for me. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to pair things together. And I love that it just formats it perfectly. So if you're willing to tinker with it. So I'm going to pull in that 4x6 card with the 3-story prompt on there, and I'm going to just go ahead and type in my journaling. So I'm going to talk about that this is Adam and I's dating anniversary, and that we were celebrating 20 years, which we got to go now I can't even remember where we went to eat. Oh, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm gonna actually journal that here in a second. And then we went to Baskin and Robbins. So this entire card is just going to be about our 20th dating anniversary and how we got to have an impromptu date night. I went ahead and sped this part up just a little bit because nobody wants to watch me type. So I just am taking that, well, I'm adding text, and when you add text in wordswag, it will just copy paste what you already have written before. So I'm going back and forth between Project Life and wordswag, looking at the pictures and thinking, what else am I going to document on here? And I decided that I was just going to go ahead and document only our anniversary. And the font that I'm using on here is actually called Luna. So I love this font. It's really clean and simple and easy to read. So just continuing typing in the journaling here. Once I've got all that journaling in and positioned, I am going to save it to my camera roll, pop back over into the Project Life app and put it into our spread. And now I am going to go over to wordswag and start a new project. And I'm going to bring in the journaling card from the, once again, it's from the August Stories by the Month card. And it's this diagonal card. It's yellow and white. It's really fun and just really matches with the title card and the 3 stories, those yellow labels. So here I'm going to tell the story of Brecken bringing home her hamster and trying to figure out what she was going to name him. So this this font that I'm going to use in wordswag is called Wet Paint. Okay, now that I've got that looking the way that I want it, I'm going to save it to my camera roll and put it into the spread in the Project Life app. And now I want to add a little bit longer journaling to the little green card that says today's story. And I think I go into wordswag first, thinking that that's what I'm going to use, and decide that my journaling is just way too long. And I'm going to end up opening that up in the Studio app, which allows me to have so much more control with the sizing and placement of the text. It's just my preferred method of adding journaling to journaling cards on Project Life, in the Project Life app, because, or not in the Project Life app, actually. Project Life app has a freeform font tool that you can type directly onto the cards, but it's just hard to type into, and the formatting is never correct. You have to press the enter button to go to the new paragraph. It doesn't text wrap. So I will almost always go to the Studio app when I need to add longer journaling to a journaling card that is not a native journaling card in the Project Life app. That's not true when you're using the native cards. When you're using the journaling cards from the Project Life app that they put out and you can buy through the app, it will text wrap beautifully. But almost always I'm using Allie Edwards journaling cards, so I will pull it into the Studio app to actually journal on those. So I am still playing with the text in wordswag, thinking that I'm gonna get it formatted the way that I want, and I just didn't like any of these, and I just thought that they weren't going to be very readable, especially at the 3x4 size. So that's another thing to always keep in mind when you're doing digital scrapbooking, is visualizing what it's going to look like when you actually print it. If I were printing this in an 8x8 or a 10x10 size, I would make sure that the font is even bigger than what I go with here. But I know that these pages are going to be 12x12, so I know that they're going to be readable. It's something that you just kind of have to play with. There is, I think Becky Higgins did a test print page that you could use that had the different fonts, but you could do that yourself. Just do different sizing and see what you like the best, what you can see the best, and just print something that says, you know, this font size is point whatever at whatever percentage or however you're using it in each of the squares, and then get it printed at the size that you're actually going to print. So that's really helpful. I just eyeball it. I've learned, you know, some things just don't show up as well, and I know not to do that in the future. So I've got that done in the Studio app, and I'm going to pop it into our spread, and it looks like I am going to go back and add just a little bit more journaling, but this is pretty much it for this page. The font that I'm using in here is Remington Noiseless. It's my favorite typewriter look font. It just is the one that I always use. It's my go-to. I have it in Studio app, and I also have it downloaded into the Project Life app, which maybe someday in the future I will make a video showing you how to do that. So let me know in the comments if you have any questions or any suggestions for videos in the future. Thank you so much for watching, guys.